Hey, right, so let's cover these panda eyes. Cover these panda eyes. Hey, well, well. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. hmm I will get a darker color for this, obviously, but for now, because it's like because it's paint, it will dry so nicely and get rid of my panda eyes. So until I can spend another £30 to just get this tiny pot of stuff that will be finished very soon, I will wait and just go with this bright color. No, I'm not trying to be white. Calm down. Just trying to get rid of these panda eyes, and then I put my makeup on top, and boom, and bosh. But as I've already explained to you, I really like the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hey, Nene, boom. And I don't know, whoever did their highlighting, oh man, that makeup artist was the bomb. So I like to, where light is supposed to be on my face, I like to put it there artificially. There's nothing wrong with artificial. Oh, yeah, I just love when girls are natural, yeah. I can't stand all that stuff. Sure, bud, sure. Think about the last 5 women that you've walked up to. Tell me how natural they are, and I'll show you a face full of makeup. Anywho, I was watching, oh gosh, I wish I remembered the name of it, but he's one of the tenured Oxford professors, and he was having a conversation with Mehdi Hassan. Shout out to Mehdi. About 15 years ago, you and I were hanging out at Sky TV studios in White City, and we were texting back and forth. There's no romantic nonsense, but because we really got along, and you were going to come to a concert, and I just spazzed out and didn't send you any stuff, so we lost contact. But Mehdi, you are doing a fantastic job. If you ever watch this, I'm a big fan. And one of the things that flew out, there were so many things, to be fair, so many things, but one of the things that really interested me was the reparations conversation. You know, when it comes up, everyone balks at this idea that people should be paid even a little bit of money for things that they didn't go through. It's so strange when, you know, we've done that historically. If we've done something really bad, it doesn't matter if it's the children or the children's children or the children's children of the people who suffered. The fact that they suffered mattered, and to say sorry, we do something. We say, we apologize, and we usually pay reparations. Has happened for the Japanese, it's happened for the Jews, still happening to this day for Jewish people. None of those people were in camps, but yet still they get reparations, and that's how it should be. If you do something bad, you turn around and you pay those people. So it's not an abnormal thought. I think it's just abnormal when you talk about black people. For some reason, people have this idea that you give a whole bunch of black people some money, they're just going to be like, yeah, sneakers, instead of, finally, I can buy a house. Or finally, I can put a deposit down on a house for my children. Finally, you know, the things that my parents and my grandparents and my great-grandparents spoke about, somebody's actually acknowledging that. And one of the things that the professor said was, why should I have to do, it didn't have anything to do with me. Now, if you listen to, he's one of the lords. in our houses of parliament. Yeah, so in his mind, I mean, I get it when I hear a working class person say it, I suppose, but in his mind, his family or his friends or his, they've got absolutely nothing to do with slavery. None of them were slave owners. None of them benefited from slavery in his mind, and that's fine. So let's walk with that. So one of the questions Mehdi asked that I found so interesting, he said, okay, so you don't feel any guilt whatsoever for what Britain did to the people of the Caribbean? No, why should I feel guilt? I didn't do that. It wasn't me. I said, okay, so when England wins a football game, do you feel any pride? And the guy was like, yeah, sure. Okay, so you feel pride for something that you didn't do. It had nothing to do with it. You never kicked a ball in your life. And somehow you've got national pride. Yeah, sure. Do you feel pride about World War One, World War Two? Yes, I do. So if you feel pride, then why don't you feel any guilt? Well, I mean, I suppose, okay, so I suppose that's a fair point. I mean, he didn't really say that, didn't really get to a place of fair point, but at least he realized that you can't have one without the other. And so then the conversation came on to, okay, cool, let's take reparations and put it to the side. What about a sorry? Because the Dutch people have said sorry, Portuguese have said sorry, you know, people go back and say sorry for the things that they've done, even if they personally didn't push anyone into a camp, you know, even if they didn't personally have someone holding on to their slave, walking with them, they still said sorry as a collective, that we did that to you guys as sorry as a collective. Why can't Britain bring themselves to do that? And his answer was, well, we abolished it, didn't we? At great cost. 1,000 soldiers died in order to abolish it. 1,000. 3 million people. And when I say this is, I feel like this is one of those estimates that make everybody feel better, but impossible, only because the large majority of slaves that came over on ships died, so they had to just throw them overboard. So we don't really know the actual number of people who were transported from Africa to the Americas or to the Caribbean. But let's go with 3 million as opposed to 1,000. He said, not only did we abolish it, that's our way of saying sorry, but we lost people doing it. Right. And so I was watching it with somebody else, and I was like, yeah, sounds kind of like rape. Like, I stopped raping you, and I got my grandpa to stop raping you, and my great-granddad stopped raping you and raping your children. And yeah, there was a lot of rape, and that is a bad thing, but we stopped, so you should be happy. And I can't have this conversation with my grandson peeping, coming back soon.